these days when it's open.
An accident down by your way when they got here this afternoon?
Yeah, just on the bend.
What happened?
Well, that was 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
Was that the woman wrapped around the lamppost?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I can't understand why, if there's going to be an accident, it's always up on that. It's a double bend up there. But the boy races and all that, anybody, if there's going to be a crash, it's going to be right on those double bends. The lamppost has gone at least 4 times that I know. The garden wall on the other side has gone twice. That's a black spot in Mumbles.
Is that? Are you talking about the one on the Mumbles Road now?
Yeah.
How did they lose it there then?
I'm got a clue.
Whereabouts? Whereabouts is that?
As you go past my house and going into Mumbles, and there's a double bend, a slight left, and then straightens up again, going into the White Rose. Rose. And that slight double bend, people just seem to lose it on the second bit. Goose for it and is bad driving, basically.
I tell you what,
a friend
there's
of
a huge
mine.
pothole there.
Yeah, they keep repairing it, don't they?
Yeah, it's about 9 inches deep. It's a real big one.
A friend of mine was on the bike seconds before it happened on the prom, and some people were stopped and he had to slow down. And the next thing, bang, right in front of him, the lamppost came right in front of them. Bend right over where the cycle path is. Right. So if he'd have been another couple of seconds, he'd been hit with it.
Oh, yeah.
Back, I that's the only reason I can see for accidents there. Things like potholes where people are going along with the speed, slightly turn the corner, hit the pothole, and just it kicks the steering wheel out of your hand. I can't see any other reason.
There's 10:15 in the morning. That road is really slow as well at that time.
Normally,
because of the traffic. So it's difficult to lose a steering wheel even with a pothole. So.
Yeah, but if you're rolling a cigarette, drinking a lager, and on the phone, it makes it very difficult.
I haven't tried that, but I'll have to give it a go now.
I've tried it. It's great. Hey, here's some good news I just got from Dave, from John's brother. Hi, guys. Just spoken to John in Go Signing. He sounds great. His next big task is getting the use of his legs back. He's been in bed. He's been in a bed for nearly 2 months. Barry and Roger took him some trainers, books, and other stuff. Think he's on the way back, but it'll be a tough few weeks for him. John's brother. That's good news.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's good.
John's brother's name?
Rob.
Rob.
I keep saying John's brother. I thought that'd be nice to put his name down.
It's Rob. It's called Rob Brother.
Yeah.
Does he live in Swansea then?
No, he's up in Birmingham.
No.
Birmingham.
He's still up in Brum, is he?
As far as I know.
Not Johnny, his brother.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I can't say that they met him. Have you met him, Paul?
Who, Johnny's brother?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I don't think so. I might have done. Better come down with John one time thinking about it.
Yeah, once donkey years ago.
Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember.
I see they found that lady that went missing in Bishopston area. They found the body today, a couple of hours ago.
Oh, wow.
Bodies,
yeah, and the problem is, the issue. I just telling Jenny, my partner, now, and they gave the name out as this woman who's missing, and she said, "My God, I know her quite well." So she's got a sister, and one of them's got depression, but I can't remember which one. So she's in her 70s, I think.
That's sad.
Where did they find her?
We don't know. She went missing Wednesday, and they found a body today, and they said it's the family of the Culverwells.
Oh well.
We better arrange this paddle out before any other of us go.
I think they're down in Brandy Cove.
Biscuit, you'll have to come down and have a practice first, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me when you fancy it, I'll come down with you.
Right on.
Get someone to film it, will you?
Right. Oh,
We go
right.
out in front of Surfside, Con. You can see it then.
Right.
Full view. Why not? Eh?
That,
You'll just see two boards floating out and somebody swimming left behind them.
I know when I arranged, I arranged, it was sort of a lesson, and I had to keep it very secret because I didn't want the crowd of people turning up down Langland when I went out on a paddle board the first time.
Well, it's a bit, I suppose you could lose your. It's supposed to be hard the first time, isn't it? It's keeping
It's a different concept because you're standing up facing forward is really odd.
Yeah.
that was Jenny coming to say, confirm it was Linda Calderwell, the one that suffered depression. So poor bugger.
It's a familiar name.
Yeah. She and her sister used to be gardeners long time ago around Mumbles, Gower, Newton.
Wow. That'll come to me.
Talking of supping, Saturday before last, it was the tides were absolutely flat. It was top of the tide Saturday morning, and it was absolutely dead flat calm. And I got up at about 7 o'clock in the morning. I thought, like, this is the day. About time I did some sort of exercise. So I'd done absolutely sod all for a good 6 weeks. So I got on the bike, down to the village, down to Verdi's rather, down to the marina, back on the beach. So that's 9 miles on the bike, and I came back into the house. I was just, like you were doing a triathlon, pulling my cycling stuff off, put my wetsuit on, picked up my sup, went across the road. I was so bloody knackered I couldn't stand up.
That's called overdoing it a bit, that is, Gary.
Then I realised, I said, hang on, you twat, you're 67.
That's right. Yeah.
You're supposed to build up the things like that, Gary. That's
Well, that's the other thing. All my common sense is gone.
Oh, well. A youngster, Gary.
Yeah.
So you didn't get your feet wet?
Oh, I got all of me very wet.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is nice. Well, it's nice for you. You can just go across the road, can't you?
Yeah, I'm not far from you. Only not far from you. Just up past the library.
Library? I haven't got one.
Oystermouth Library.
On Village Lane. Is that Village Lane?
You what?
Is that Village Lane? Is it Village Lane?
William Street, I am.
Oh,
I'm in Norton.
Yeah.
That's quite well.
Yeah.
Just next door.
It's not far for anybody, really, is it?
No.
I was going to Rossini today. I didn't make it for different reasons, but I couldn't believe it. The cyclists going along the roads there, I'm sure they go slower than the ones on the promenade.
They're a fucking pain in the ass, these bastard cyclists, I tell you.
Dave, you got the video on,
you tell them.
Yeah, he didn't say a lot, but
Fucking right.
it's worth it.
Hey?
I was out on the bike this morning. I actually overtook somebody. Mind you, I don't think I stand a chance once his mother gets his stabilizers off his bike. I won't be able to get past him then.
Oh no, there was a couple there, and the woman was obviously struggling. The bloke was up the top, just sort of idling, and she was going. It must have been at least 2 miles an hour up the hill. I mean, she was really, really struggling, and there was 25 cars behind her because she was cycling like this sort of thing, all over the place. But
she was avoiding the potholes.
Probably, yeah. But
she was looking for biscuits. She was sneaking up in his electric car.
Yeah. I get them.
What pisses me off about these cyclists, they all cycle side by side.
Yeah.
Really fucking annoys me.
It does.
I have to knock a few of them over.
Yeah.
The reason it's taking them, isn't it?
It's 100 points for a cyclist. and
Really?
£2.50 if you get two at the same time. Bargain offer.
Con, I hope you're not recording this now. Some of us could be up in court next week.
Yeah, I think so. I'm recording it as well. It's gonna go. Well, just a notice. This is just a beware notice for all cyclists and die Wills is about. Watch out for the white man.
That's right.
Yeah. But it seems to be the season at the moment. Sundays seem to be like they used to go quite early in the morning. So you didn't, they went out and came back. But now it's all times of the day they're going out.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, do you?
I don't mind. I mean, the road.
Sorry.
The roads
Do you
there.
reckon it's a conspiracy?
I know that I agree with Di. They are a pain in the ass, because one or two. Once you got more than one, they're like a bloody wasp. You can handle one wasp. Once you got more than two wasps, they're a pain in the ass.
Too true.
What's this?
Just learned something now. Does everybody say wasp?
I thought it was a wasp.
I say wasp.
Wasps and wasps are the same thing, but he's got wasps. Wasps.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like everything in it. This, scones and scones and vase and vase. Say what you like, innit?
Tomatoes.
I just wondered what the popular consensus opinion was.
I thought it was wasp, but
yeah.
No,
wasp. What am I going? Now you polluted me now. I'm saying wasp.
It's spelled wasp.
No, it's not. It's spelled W-A-S-P. It's wasp.
Yeah. Wasp.
You don't say pal. You say Paul.
Yeah.
There's a U there.
If you were here,
There's
WAS
a U there.
is wasp. No.
It's a wasp.
If you pronounce WAS, it's was, isn't it? So it's was with a P.
Yeah, it was with a P. Was.
Yeah, but the P on the end changes the context of the A.
Oh, is that a new concept in the English language?
Yeah. Wazza.
I don't think that's in a book, Biscuit.
You don't have to lose here, Biscuit. Explain that one, please.
Yeah.
How does a P change the sound of an A?
Oh, it's a soft P, isn't it?
It's a soft P, yeah. It's a gentle
like
P.
Wasp.
Yeah.
It's a soft P, like he's a soft P.
Yeah.
Changing the subject slightly, then I had an interesting conversation because of you, Biscuit and Con. I had to explain why you were wearing a string of pearls around your neck.
All right.
I was laughing like a twat when I saw that last week.
Sorry, Biscuit, I couldn't resist. You brought it up. You brought it up, so.
And then I failed, Biscuit, to try and explain why Marion was isolating for no reason at all for 10 days.
Right.
But I don't know if I got very far. She just said, you're wasting your time on that thing, aren't you? That Zoom thing. She said, you know nothing and learn nothing from it. I said, no, probably right.
Well, we're not here to learn anything. We're not here to tell it.
The day after, I took your advice and I took it off Marion's phone on my phone.
Yeah. The best thing to.
You're flicking off on the phone.
The track and trace app that everybody's supposed to put it on their phone. And I do honestly think that if it was 100%, it would probably be a good idea. But because it's not 100%, and there's a lot of people that don't come up to, well, I don't know what their IQ number is, but I think that's why the system fails.
I can see the confused eye. Last week, Biscuit, he thought he was in a queue behind in Forts, and Mariam was told that she'd been standing close to somebody that had COVID. So
all right,
it came up on her phone. It came up on her phone on the on the Monday, no, not about now, on the Wednesday, that she had to isolate for 5 days because she'd come into contact with somebody that had tested positive for COVID, and we'd never heard of anybody having to isolate for 5 days. And we puzzled what it was, but it turns out the reason that is that if you have a positive test for COVID, you get a code that you're supposed to enter into the app.
All right.
That code is related to the date that your positive test result was given out.
Right.
But because the prick, whoever got it, didn't put it in for 5 days, it meant that Marian's message came 5 days too late. So as it happens, she's taking us like a pair of lepers, really, because we don't go anywhere. And that's where it's let down then, because
But also, Biscuit, you also said Marion doesn't take her phone out of the house.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That was another little technical issue. So why you decided on her, I don't know. But there we are.
Yeah. And anyway, Di, as I was saying, but behind him in the queue in Forge was a guy wearing a string of pearls around his neck.
Oh, yeah.
And poor old Biscuit thought it was because his grandmother had passed away or something.
He was giving it away, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was the story of the pearls. And
I see.
Yeah.
it took much longer.
Can you edit that bit out? The poor old Biscuit bit.
Oh no, I'm going to emphasize it. You have a big poor old Biscuit zoom. I can do it as well. I'll do it. Doing shit again, Biscuit, man. Wasp, fucking pearl necklaces. I don't know.
Yeah.
Come up with next.
It'd be stuff for the nightmares if you dream about all these things he talks about every week. You wake up at night with wasps and pearls and ice cream and isolation.
You can imagine Biscuit in bed, going to sleep. He's like,
no, please don't.
No.
I can't imagine it either. No, what a horrible thought. But anyway, it's like, his head would be like going, wasp. No, I'll say wasp. Wasp. Much better than wasp.
Yeah.
That'll get him.
Yeah. I think wasp is the Welsh. It's a Welsh wasp.
Oh.
It's an English wasp.
So the SH in Welsh has got an affliction on the A in wasp.
Correct.
Right.
Spot on.
And there we are then. Okay, we'll just write that off to the Oxford English.
It was a tidy wasp.
Maybe we should come up with somewhere between wasp and wasp. I don't know how you say that, like a
wasp.
A wasp.
Your wasp, wouldn't it?
A wasp.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we sorted it out anyway.
Well, it must be a Welsh version because the P must inflict a harsher A on the wasp. On the wasp, and the A was.
He's got
fucking higher. What the fuck is going on?
It sounds more dangerous, doesn't it? Wasp. It sounds more aggressive.
They definitely hurt more when they sting you.
Yeah.
And is there a reason
for a wasp, but it wasn't too bad?
Is there a reason for them? Why they exist?
Why they exist?
Why do wasps?
No, I think it's basically to fill in 5 minutes on a Zoom call.
5 minutes? You've been debating this for at least 10.
Why do wasps exist? Well, that's fucking profound, Mike.
I thought Howard would come up with a sensible answer. I'll be honest. But
well, what's very part of the chain. Without them, you know, what they do similar things to the bees, not as much, but they are part of our chain. Without them, we'd be in a problem. Unfortunately, you ought to go to France and Pyrenees and kill a bloody wasp there.
Yeah.
Wasps.
Loads of TV programs where they talk about the wasp helicopter, not the fucking wasp helicopter.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not as bad as gannets. God. The killer gannets of Langland.
Yeah. You're one of the few people that have been attacked by one of them, Howard.
Yeah, I had to fight one off now. That girl I was swimming with was attacked several times.
I must say, the only thing I've been, apart from the odd dog, was a sheep, strange enough, in Bishopstown. For some reason, we were crossing the field and he took it just kept charging.
It must have been the hormones or something, Mike.
Yeah.
The smell of something.
Yeah, but once I got behind him, Con, I sorted him out. Don't worry.
All right, good one. Yeah, well done, Mike. Well done.
That's what it was. It was being nasty because it didn't want you getting around the back of it.
No.
Did you have your wellies on, Michael?
No, I didn't know. It was defenseless stuff.
It was
no contraception at all.
Freestyle sheep.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
When you've been,
People were sort of kicking it, and it just wouldn't. It just kept charging.
yeah, they do.
Yeah. They just didn't like you were foreplay.
Obviously.
When you've been swimming as long as I have down in the seas, I've had so many adventures there that after a while you're afraid to go in for anymore. God. I was swimming off 3 cliffs years ago when I was doing triathlons, and I was 100 yards out, and people at 3 cliffs were waving to me, and I stopped and waved back, and they started shouting, and the only word, it was a calm day, all I could hear was shark. So I said, what the? I turned around, I couldn't say. All of a sudden, 20 feet away, there was a bit of an eddy, and this huge black fin came up. I said, oh, fuck, I've had it. But apparently he was a 12-foot pilot whale. He'd been following me all the way from Pobbles. But it enough give you a bit of a shock, you know?
Yeah.
I was, gee, where's this 12-foot black thing coming here? What can you do?
I
Nothing.
think we'd have to call you something like David Attenborough, or something like that.
Yeah.
Howard Attenborough Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And saying David Attenborough, have you anybody seen that program that he's just done? The year the Earth changed.
Yes, that was very good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's brilliant. Yeah, very, very good.
The effect on the last 12 months has had on, well, all sorts of animals.
Yeah, there's been a couple of good ones he produced the last 12 months. Very good.
Yeah, funny you say that. I've been watching Our
Not
Planet.
of animals and habit. The walrus turned up again yet? Or the sea lion or whatever it was?
No,
Was it empty?
he swum out to sea and he hasn't been seen since.
Well, the walrus.
Yeah.
What was that?
Apparently, people have frightened him off. You know, they've been going out in the jet skis to look at him, and he's just gone away. Everything floated down on an iceberg from up north.
Yeah.
Where was that scene?
Wigan.
Where?
Tenby, was
Yeah, he was
down Pembroke. He was.
Yeah, down Pembrokeshire. Yeah.
He was in Ireland, then he went over to Pembroke. He went round to Tenby.
They're tracking him.
Doing a Welsh tour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We thought he was coming this way.
He came from Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was an Irish walrus.
Well,
Whatever.
They ought to ban those bloody things, those jet skis. They're a pain in the ass.
A nightmare, aren't they?
they're supposed to be very bad, aren't they, for the environment and the sea?
Yeah, I mean, they're great for rescues, but the way they handle them out here is a nightmare. They get really big ones now. I always put when I take my group out swimming, I always have orange buoys.
Yeah.
So they don't take any notice here whatsoever.
But isn't there a law? You're not supposed to come within half a mile of the shore or something?
It's 200 meters, I think.
200 meters.
We swim out more than 200 meters, but yeah, that I think that's the legislation. You're not supposed to run the engine 200 meters out. I mean, within 200 meters.
It's the same as a lot of things, though. They've got their place on the water, but it's the drivers that are the arseholes.
Yeah,
sure.
right. Yeah.
There's a group of them seem to come over from Port Cola over that. They come from that direction, or I say Port Talbot. They seem further up the coast, and they come over to Mumbles every Sunday. If the
about 6 or 7, they're going about like 50 knots across the bay. You know,
and they get loads of hate mail now. Most of them come down from Merthyr.
Do they?
They got the Merthyr lifeboat up there, motorbike and sidecar.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
8 minutes left.
I can't see the point. Well, no, I can actually, because I can see it. You know, when you watch big wave surfing or competitions, and you can see they're being used usefully there. You know, in a life-saving way.
Yeah, exactly.
But saying that, when people are using them, like people like Kyle Lenny and everybody else who's doing clips and bloody filming and doing shit for YouTube and what have you, how much pollution are they putting into the ocean using these jet skis when they're all saying, yeah, save the planet, you know? I'd like to know that actually. Is anybody
they don't actually have a lot of pollution, do they, with their engines? I think it's more, the biggest problem is they churn everything up from the jets hitting the seabed.
And the noise for the whales.
Oh, yeah.
It's bad enough when you're in the water getting near them myself, let alone the dolphins and the whales.
So I don't know about that. I have to put a little notice up in one of those surfing pages. Tracks. Get it up on tracks. Fucking jet skis.
They are just a pain in the ass with regard. I mean, you know, like if you just want to sit down nice and quiet, but you can't have it. There's a crowd of them. If they don't go in crowd of them go in Oxwich, don't they? Because they can get them into the water on their trailers.
Yeah.
Oxwich. I know one of the boys in work, he had, my son-in-law's had a few of them. And but one of the boys in work, and he used to go down to by Nabrock, not the ramp by Verdi's, the other ramp that you've got to go under the barrier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And but I'm trying to remember now. He had to join something, which gave him a key by joining it and paying a yearly subscription. That gave him the key to the barrier.
That used to be the water ski club at the ski ramp by the Antelope.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. No, not that one. The other one. The one that's
down towards the lighthouse. Yeah.
And the pier.
Yeah.
That ramp there that they go down.
The old lifeboat out.
No. The one that's
Nabrock.
Past the car park. Past the car park.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a barrier going across.
That's right. Yeah.
To get to that ramp.
Well, the area now from the old slip at Nabrock, not the new one, you know, the old one, to just before you get to Verdi's, to the Village Lane slip is now going to be roped off in June for swimming. 50 meters out and 450 meters there and back. It's going to be used, they're going to siphon it off, void off for swimmers.
All right.
They just got to do a couple of bylaws. They started it. They asked Stuart and myself about it last year, and he thought it was a good idea because a lot of the swimmers had a few issues with what we just mentioned, the jet skis, a few arguments about that when they were swimming out there. So the council decided for safety reason to buy an area off. So that, and they're going to put in new updated toilets at the behind Verdi's, you know, where the the toilets
You
are
gonna say-
now. Yeah.
They said they put an outbound toilet out in the ocean to have a piss while you go there.
Showers and toilets, apparently.
Yeah, who's going to police the bylaws though? They bring them in. They've got the bylaw in place for 3 knots in the moorings. That's never been about.
Right.
It exists. Nobody polices it.
No.
Well,
Yes,
I bet-
Who
that's the
would
problem.
police it though?
Sorry.
Who would police it?
Well, it's not. It's not a law. It's a bylaw. So the police can't. It's down to the council to maintain it after that, and the council
Yeah.
don't give a bugger.
Yeah.
So would that have been the Coast Guard then who did that before?
Don't know.
I don't think it's the responsibility of Coast Guard, is it?
I don't think it is.
Although,
No.
Howard, I did see some plans from building a small swimming lagoon down
Where
there.
now?
Towards the old lifeboat house.
I haven't heard about that. All I know is they're doing this roped off swimming area. Hopefully by June, the guy told me. But I've heard nothing else. I can't see where that would be.
Because the plans for the seawall should be out soon, and I know a few of the ideas was something to do with
what
that.
they should make down there is like a rock pool, swimming pool. Which
The tidal one.
Leaves
That's-
water there and changes it every tide.
Yeah.
So it's a natural swimming pool, you know.
That's what I was saying, Con, with the lagoon. That's what they call it, a lagoon.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So the tide comes in, it slushes it out, they empty it out.
Yeah. Well, like they got in a lot
France
of the
got loads
beaches in
of 'em.
Oz, you know. You got Merryweather or I don't know.
Yeah, they've got them all over Australia on
Yeah,
on the
France
coast,
got
yeah.
one as well.
Hey, the best one I've seen where been involved with fucking surf skis is in Barbados. We were surfing the west coast, great west coast swell. And it's like paradise, you know, like cartoon type waves. And you get these fucking cummers, hire jet skis, and they don't have to have a license, and they just give them the basic, this is fast, this is slow. So they automatically put it on fast and out of control. And they all come up in their groups and they're all half, pissed basically. And Gibbs is about a good 300 yards out, and it's a reef, you know. And of course it's Caribbean. So you don't get in between spells, you don't get any waves. So it's flat, you know, it's like a normal flat, not flat day. And then you get a set of about 12 to 22 waves coming every 11 minutes or something like that. So anyway, they're going back and forth like this now, yeah. And we just sitting there and it's chopping up the fucking waves really bad, you know. So we're just waiting now for a set to come. We're just sitting there waiting. And this fucking monster set comes in, and it's about 7 or 8 of them right on the spot. Right, well, you know, they're about 10 yards from us, you know. So we didn't say, oh, look, get out of the way. We started just paddling to the side a little bit. It's a peak, you know, it's a real fucking peak like that. And these guys got right in the fucking middle of the set. First set came, took one over the falls, right in there. And of course, they don't know how to survive in waves. They're not surfers. They're just fucking tourists, half pissed. Then the next lot got all took in, and they ended up off the boat. So all the boats, the skis went into the beach, and they were stuck on the reef, like, you know. And they were going, help. No, fuck off. It's not very deep. You can fucking walk in on the reef. Nice coral reef.
We've only got 10 seconds or so, I think.
All right. And everybody
I'm
coming
not
back?
sure. Is it 40 minutes we get?
Yeah. Everybody coming back?
Yeah.
I'm coming back for a while.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna have my dinner now. So
Okay. All right,
I'll
Dave.
catch you next week.
Yeah,
All right.
Dave.
All the best,
All right.
Dave.
Ta-ra, guys.
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ta-ra.
All right.
Yeah.
Michael Eames, how are you doing?